Hello, my name is Christine, and I'm here to talk about something that has been on my mind, and I hope it resonates with you, and that is the issue of poverty and poverty in Nigeria. I see poverty as a situation where you can't bring yourself out of it, and you need external help to get out of what you're in. Poverty is also something that is inflicted on people en masse. So we're talking about when the Nigerian government refuses to fund infrastructure and refuses to fund critical parts of the state, which in turn will bring about development for the everyday people. And so you have a situation where you cannot earn you cannot earn enough because you're not trained, you're not qualified enough, where you're struggling to see where your next meal is, and where you do barely have anything to take home, and you're raising kids in an environment where they lack basic infrastructure. So think about education, quality health, access to the hospitals, quality primary care, and housing and feeding. That's how I see poverty. It's a thing that it's not self-inflicted. I don't see poverty as a thing where people choose to be poor. It's something that happens to them. So I want to speak about poverty in Nigeria because it's not spoken about enough. And I want to specifically talk about the millions of Nigerians in poverty. So the statistics currently stand at 50 million Nigerians living in multidimensional poverty. Now, I feel this number is grossly understated because even people who claim to be doing well are slowly sinking into poverty. And I want to address how poverty not is the biggest stumbling block for Nigerians and Nigerians as a whole. What I want to talk about here is that in Nigeria, being poor means you're unseen. So it's difficult for you to say to people, bring yourself out of poverty. Work hard, do the best that you can. When you're in a state of flight or die, you're trying to survive. You don't know where your next meal is going to come from, and yet you're expecting these people to pull themselves out of situation. So I want to talk about what it means to be poor in Nigeria. To be poor in Nigeria means you don't have a voice. It means you're not seen. It means people automatically judge you and see you like an illiterate, and they don't value you. They feel you are the reason for your situation. You didn't work hard enough. You didn't go to school, the best school. Nigeria is a country where value is placed on what you have. Value is placed on how well you speak, how well you carry yourself. People judge you based on the school that you went to. It's a very classist society, and it's a society that shames people, that encourages people to suffer in silence and to one day you'll blow, which is quite common. And it basically means that all the struggles, everything you're doing, just keep working hard. One day you will get there. But the reality for many people who live in poverty is that they die in that poverty. They die in abject poverty unless something drastic happens to them. So I want to talk about the fact that we as a people need to do better and firstly address the fact that we have a poverty issue in the country, and then speak about how we can elevate poverty amongst ourselves. How can we tax ourselves? How can we look inwards to be the solution so that we can reduce these numbers? Anyone who is being elected into office should be looking at ways that they can reduce the poverty level in Nigeria. And I want to address the fact that as a people, we need to change our mindset to look at people as valuable, regardless of what part of the country you come from, regardless of what you wear. Everyone has something to offer. So we need to stop seeing people as disposable. We need to stop equating money to intelligence and money to value and status. Because as we see in Nigeria, a lot of our politicians and a lot of people who we so called hold in high esteem have money, but they don't have the intelligence to back up the money. They can't have intelligent conversations. They can't have debates. They can't reason critically, but they have money. They are so called big men and women of our society. But when it comes to empathy, when it comes to understanding, they don't have it. So we as the people need to start re-evaluating what we hold dear, and we have to look at each other and say poverty is a crime and it's something that can be addressed. So my goal is to encourage us to do our part in elevating poverty, and I'm going to do my part by speaking on this because this is something that is dear to me. I'm going to use my platform to keep speaking about ill treatment of Nigerians in Nigeria by the Nigerian people and by the Nigerian government, in hopes that we can be more empathetic towards each other and we can understand that everybody deserves love and everybody deserves understanding and empathy, regardless of the school you come from, you went to, or the lack of training that you have. Whatever it is, you deserve to be valued in our society. And I want to end by saying that I'm also someone who believes in practical solutions. So how do we address poverty on a larger scale? Firstly, it comes with awareness and understanding what it is that we're fighting. We're fighting institutional poverty. We're fighting a system that consciously is making Nigerians poorer. That's You have to understand that first. You have to also understand you cannot pray your way out of poverty. You need to work, and you need to work smarter. We need to educate ourselves. We need to have institutions of training, have math training for people. And those are the things that I want to delve into deeper on my channel.